Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Roseville Wrecking Ball. The Roseville Wrecking Ball.
Joshua Shrum. He is a very talented steward, very knowledgeable.
The Roseville Wrecking Ball. This is one of those podcasts where I listen to every episode. I love what he's putting out there.
The Roseville Wrecking Ball. Josh Shrum.
Parcels of knowledge. Does a fantastic job with that podcast.
The Roseville Wrecking Ball. He is an Article 8 scholar, and thank God. We need Article 8 scholars right now.
Tune into the Parcels of Knowledge podcast while you're on the route. That's the mailman's playbook, brother.
That's fine.
Okay. Welcome back to Parcels of Knowledge, the podcast dedicated to delivering knowledge to the city letter carrier with your host, the Roseville Wrecking Ball. Today we have a special guest. We find it to be time sensitive because of the fact that the AFL CIO delegate vote is tomorrow. So, with that being said, I'd like my guest to go ahead and introduce himself.
Hi, my name's Ron Zalewski. I'm a member of Branch 4374, South Macomb Letter Carriers, and I am the Michigan State Association of Letter Carriers State President. All
right, so I understand that you are running for AFL CIO delegate. Is that true?
That is correct. I'm planning on running I'm going to be nominated here shortly, and it dovetails quite nicely with the work I already do in Michigan, where I'm a member of the executive board for the Metro Detroit AFL CLC and a member of the general board of the Michigan AFL CIO.
Now, give us a general background of what you have done over the course of your career and why members should vote for you.
I was a 27-and-a-half-year letter carrier when I retired last year. In combination with my 8 years of military time, I have 35 years of federal government service. Along that time, I was a steward for about 20 of those years, and I was a branch treasurer for 6 years, and I'm in my first term as state president. I've been with the Metro AFL CIO for almost 10 years, and I've been on the Michigan General Board for the past year and a half.
Now,
I look at the opportunity to serve all the carriers across the country as one of the delegates to the National as a natural extension of the work that I've done in both Michigan and the Metro Detroit AFL CIO CLC.
Now, if you should win, what are the plans about what you plan on doing? What do you think you could bring to the table?
Well, I have the contacts in Michigan, and I've noticed that over the course of my time as state president, that the biggest thing in getting stuff accomplished for letter carriers is actually showing up and doing the work. I ran on a platform of go to the places and do the things. When you go to the places, you don't even necessarily know what the positive outcome is going to be when you get there. But every time I've gone and done something to represent letter carriers, something positive has come from it. We talk about the Protect Our Letter Carriers Act at the federal level. We have a similar bill in Michigan right now that happened because of my involvement with AFL-CIO at the Michigan level. They got me in touch with a state representative who sponsored our bill to add letter carriers to the list of protected public servants, so that if somebody assaults a letter carrier, they would have the same breaking the same crime as somebody who attacked a police officer or a fireman or a utility worker. We haven't got that passed yet, but I'm hopeful that it'll be passed before the end of the year. This is the sort of thing that happens when you go in and you're ready to do the work, and there really isn't something at the end of the rainbow, but you take advantage of the opportunities that are presented in front of yourself. And that's really what I bring to the table, is if I get myself into a situation where there's a possibility to help letter carriers, I have a proven history of taking advantage of it and making the best of it, making the contacts and getting the job done.
Now, a couple more questions. We're going to keep it short and sweet. So one other question is there anything in particular that inspired you to run and do this type of work?
Well, again, I'll go back to I started my legislative and political activism with the Metro Detroit AFL CIO CLC and I've continued it with the Michigan AFL CIO, and I see it as a natural extension. So I was inspired to represent letter carriers across the country by my opportunities I've had to represent my branch at the Metro and to represent the state of Michigan at the Michigan AFL CIO.
Now, I see it fit, since we're here at the convention, to ask you, how do you like the convention so far? What do you think about this location and the convention? How's your experience been so far?
Well, I have to be honest, I'm a wide open spaces kind of guy, so Los Angeles feels a little bit cramped and tight for me. I was at the convention in 2016, and I find the facility to be pretty much the same as it was 10 years ago. This is a contentious convention. We all know that. I wish we had more unity. However, the fact that we're in here and we're addressing the issues that we have as a union, as the supreme body of the union, gives me hope going forward that the unity will return and we'll go back to being one voice for letter carriers.
One last question, as in the same question I would ask that's subjective in any investigative interview. Is there anything else you would like to add that you haven't discussed yet?
Just I look forward to the opportunity to serve letter carriers in any capacity that letter carriers are willing to have me represent them. I've spent my entire career helping letter carriers, and I just look at this as a way to extend that into my retired career as a retired letter carrier and as a union activist.
I appreciate you having you on, man. All
Thanks,
right.
Josh. Appreciate it.
Have a good day.
If these guys are getting educated, we will be in big trouble.
Management's been weighing you down like a bag of wet catalogs, but you don't gotta take it. You strap on the elbow of education, dig it?
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Roseville Wrecking Ball. The Roseville Wrecking Ball.
The Roseville Wrecking Ball is an Article 8 scholar, and thank God, we need Article 8 scholars right now. The Grievous Genius and the Roseville Wrecking Ball doing amazing work.
Tune into the Parcels of Knowledge podcast while you're on the route. That's the mailman's playbook, brother.